Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Gemini for the month of February. Now Gemini, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Gemini, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. Let's see what we have going on here for you, Gemini. Now, if you watch my content regularly and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, or even if this is the first time that you have watched me, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Really helps my channel grow in a big way. So let's see what we have going on here for you, Gemini. We'll make sure everything is in view here, and then we'll get right into it. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords talks about someone who is potentially trapped in fear right now, or really just trapped in sort of some type of imprisonment here, in like a mental imprisonment, because the suit of swords can represent your mental process, your mindset, your communication, anything along those lines. And again, this person is kind of in this feeling of being trapped right now, right? And so it can also say that you may be just blindfolded by what you know, or rather what you feel or what you think right now. Actually, let me rephrase that. Trapped in what you think instead of trapped in what you feel and know. And so when you get the Eight of Swords, it's best to move out of the thinking mind and into the feeling and the knowing, right? And so that's what I was trying to communicate there, because they're too much in their thoughts here, and they're causing themselves to not really see clearly, as you see the blindfold symbolism. And so right now there could be fears, there could be something going on here for you at the mental level, and it may be a very good idea to move into intuition, move into knowing, move into trusting and feeling at this time when you get that card. So taking a look here, it looks like you have a pretty big month ahead, and let's just go ahead and get right into it. So in the middle, you have the Tower. Now, this middle card is significant, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The Tower can be a bit of a challenge, okay? However, this is very important for you to understand. Do not be afraid of any of these cards, okay? None of these cards, because you have total free will over the tarot. And this reading is not going to resonate for everybody, and just keep that in mind. So if things are going very well for you right now, this might not be the message for you. On a different level, though, the Tower, just in and of itself, is not something to be afraid of, because, and here's why, because the Tower really represents a blessing in disguise. You know, the Tower says that perhaps you are living in a house of cards right now, and nobody wants to live in a house of cards. And so what the Tower represents is that house of cards collapsing, and the universe saying, we're going to go ahead and put you on a new path that is more in alignment with you and your destiny and what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. And so, you know, if there's something that you're not being honest with yourself about, this Tower can say, well, here you go, right? Here, now it's time, here's the catalyst for you to make that change. And that's really what you can think about when you see the Tower. It's just illusions potentially being exposed, and it can mean abrupt changes. So it can also, on a lighter note, it can represent revelations, just in insights into your life in some ways. So let's go ahead and keep moving forward here. Now, in the beginning of the month, you have a very good start to the beginning of this month. You have the Magician, the Ten of Cups, and the Page of Wands. One card never makes a reading. You do have a challenge quadrant here with the Tower, the Ten of Wands, the Moon, and the Three of Swords, but otherwise, you know, there are some good things here in this month for you. The Magician represents manifestation power, okay? This person here has all of the tools in the palm of their hand. And for them, they are able to consciously manifest or consciously create something based on the power that they have here. Okay, this says that you have everything you need. You do not need to go necessarily, you do not need to go buy anything, you don't need to go learn anything. It says that everything you need to bring a manifestation into existence is there. And along with that, you have this 10 of Cups, which is all about a total windfall of happiness, joy, celebration, having all 10 cups overflowing. It is the full manifestation of the Suit of Cups, one of the most positive, happiest cards in the tarot. And so it's a very, very good sign. I always like to say too, that these people on the bench here own the home behind them. And so it can represent abundance, not just emotional abundance, but real estate as well. I also do look at this as real estate. But I'm not really getting other real estate messages here, actually, just for what it's worth. But that is something that I look towards. I view the 10 of Cups as just a card of general abundance, is what I'm trying to say. And this can mean, you know, having good times with family. It can mean investments paying off. It can mean something, right? Something that you've been looking to acquire, and something that will make you very happy here, especially as you have this energy of action and manifestation with the Magician. Now, lastly, you have this Page of Wands, which is good news arriving into your life. It can represent job offers, job opportunities, career opportunities, anything like that, and good news in those areas. And so it's a very good situation to find. Now, in the middle of the month, you have the Queen of Cups, the Tower, and the Moon. So it looks like towards the middle of the month, there may be something here that shakes you to your foundation, or that maybe comes in and changes things. And the reality is you have this Moon here as well, which is representative of potentially a temporary fear or a temporary situation. You do have two cards of fear here with the Eight of Swords and the Moon. Okay, now the thing is, what's very important for you to understand is the Moon is temporary. Okay, I can't highlight that enough. It comes in and it comes out. So whatever storm you're going through here in the middle of the month, you will weather this. Okay, you will make it through here, Gemini. There could be something that's just not as it appears. And the other thing here is with the Moon, it does represent intuition as well. And so remember, I said about this Eight of Swords, move in out of the thinking mind and into the intuitive feeling mind here, okay, with the Moon and the Eight of Swords to really help you at this time. And trust what you know here, okay, really trust what you know. You have the Queen of Cups as well, which is like really considered to be like the second most intuitive person, or even the second most intuitive card in the tarot behind the High Priestess. It depends. The Moon's a big card of intuition as well. So again, we're getting all of these messages, all of this confluence here around trusting your intuition. The Queen of Cups can also represent a trusted friend or ally. And so there may be a situation with somebody in your circle or a friend group or something like that here, going on with the Tower and the Moon. There could also be somebody who comes in and provides you with healing advice in some ways, and they help you understand something at a deep level, because the Queen of Cups is, for me, like the traditional therapist in the tarot. And you know, there could be somebody that comes in here in the middle of the month that really helps you see whatever's going on here in this lower quadrant here in a big way. So yeah, now towards the end of the month here, you have the Page of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Three of Swords. So this Page of Cups it's good that we have two pages here. That always to me means you're going to have a communicative month. There are going to be a lot of different people that come in. You may get a lot of news. You may get a lot of updates. You could even get a lot of offers, okay, if you've been looking for something, whether that's love or that's career, because the Page of Cups more deals with love, with romance, with relationships, things along those lines, and it can represent an offer or news. It can also say just there's happy news coming into your life in some way. It may also mean that you're a bit of a dreamer as well. You have a lot of dreams in your life that you want to fulfill, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't allow these dreams to become a burden, in that you have this Ten of Wands with it, meaning don't, I can't tell you what to do, but what I will say is be mindful of spreading your energy too thin. Okay, you may be somebody who has a ton of ideas. You may have a ton of dreams, a ton of ideas, but sometimes you have to ground it down into reality here. And so don't allow all of these amazing ideas that you have to have a burden over your life here. You also have this Three of Swords, which is separation, severance, heartbreak. And yes, it can be relationship endings, but it can also be anything that breaks your heart. So it could be a conversation with a friend, a family member. Some of you may have family issues here with the Ten of Cups, the Tower, the Three of Swords, the Queen of Cups. Others of you, it could be relationship, but this is one of these readings where I really want to get a clarifier. So let's go ahead and clarify this. If you're enjoying this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and you can check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below if you'd like to sign up for my email list. So I guess we're going to take all of these. You have a bunch of these cards here. So I don't love doing readings like this, but it's what came out, right? And it's not all bad. So let's go ahead and start to clarify. You have Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. I think that's important for you here. As I was talking about, like, it's great to have dreams and ideas, but make sure they don't become a burden. You have Autumn, release the old and rest. You have, oh, very nice, Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. That's the Empress equivalent in this Oracle deck, so that's a big sign of abundance, especially with the Ten of Cups. Summer, bask in joy and light. And then you have Shed Old Skin. Okay, so here's the thing about this Summer card. Every single sign, I'm more than halfway through, has something hitting, something going on around spring, summer. Okay, it's coming through in these February readings. Okay, there's like an increase in energy, and for most people, it's very good. Okay, so whatever's going on right now, I do feel like this is temporary. Okay, and I think whatever's happening here is it's going to wash over. Okay, and look at this, you have very nice cards here. You have no need to worry, so I love that energy for you. Big happy changes. That's a big way to describe the Ten of Cups. And then there's something better. So listen, no need to worry here, especially as you have this Eight of Cups, this Eight of Swords, my apologies, this Eight of Swords here, and the Tower. Okay, whatever's happening is leading you into a better place. And I know it's easier said than done, and I know it's hard to hear that maybe if you're going through something, but that's what I feel like saying here with the energy on the board. But let's clarify with some more tarot cards. Let's clarify with some more tarot cards here. Okay, so let's see what we have here. You have the High Priestess, the Chariot, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, Gemini, this is extremely important for you to understand. Okay, I'm very, very serious here. Get out of the thinking mind and get into the intuition mind. Okay, get into the intuitive feeling at this time. There are so many messages here of intuition. I talked about how the Queen of Cups is the second most intuitive card or person that shows up in the tarot. The first is the High Priestess. So you have two major people cards as well as just cards generally indicating intuition. Getting out of this logic mind here with the Eight of Swords, the thinking mind. It may not be the best barometer for you right now. It may not be the best answer, okay, to be in the thoughts right now. Trust what you feel and trust what you know here, especially as you have this Chariot card. Look, here's the other thing about the High Priestess. It's a way shower. It's somebody who maybe unveils a hidden secret or hidden knowledge or something like that. If it's not about intuition, but I think it is for you, it can mean secrets coming to light or hidden knowledge coming to surface, especially as you have this Tower here with the Moon. So there could be some new information that comes to light here for you in this month. Now you have this Chariot card, which is all about big victory and success through self-discipline. Okay, so the message here, and then you have this Eight of Cups, which is walking away from a disappointing situation. So you have this message here of moving into the feeling. And also, as long as you're doing you and as long as you're staying disciplined, this is all going to work out. Okay, no need to worry, big happy changes. This is all going to work out as long as you stay in as you stay disciplined, you move into the feeling. So you have this Two of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords, and the Strength card. So it could very well be that this situation here is involving money in some way with the Two of Pentacles, okay? That's juggling or fluctuating wealth. It's by default, it's a positive change in money, but it can go either way, okay? And so this is probably not the best time, and I will just tell you this astrologically. This is true astrologically. It's probably not the best time to speculate on markets. It's probably not the best time to gamble. And the reason being is we're having the United States Pluto return coming up here in February. And it's in the second house, which is the house of money, resources, what we value. And so this is coming through here. It may not be the best time to speculate. This is not financial advice. I cannot give financial advice. But there could be something around money that's keeping you up late at night here with the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and really moving into that feeling mode. And you have the Strength card, which is triumph over difficulty or overcoming obstacles here at this time. Really, really having courage in what you know to be true. So let's continue forward here. Okay, so you have the Magician, the Knight of Wands, and the Justice card. Okay, so I really like this. So you have the Magician in these two corners here. So you had it down here with the High Priestess, which is one after the other, number 1 and number 2. It's also the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine here with the Magician and the High Priestess. You have this Knight of Wands. So there's a big manifestation here happening for you. And I really like to see this. For some of you, this could be involving a move, a change of residence, a move to a new location, or just a move in the way that you think, in the way that you operate, in something involving a talent or a gift that you have. There's a big manifestation coming in, but for many of you, it could be a move or travel or something like that. And there's also this Libra energy here with the Justice card and Three of Swords. But the Justice card really represents, karma. It says that at the end of the day, you will get the outcome that you deserve, okay? And so as long as you are acting with integrity, being self-disciplined, and sticking to your knowing, moving into the feeling, everything's going to work out here. Big happy changes, there's no need to worry. And so that's a really nice way to end this reading. We have more cards that I'm going to look at, but to end this first clarification part. And then you also here have this Three of Wands, which is growth and expansion on the horizon for you, okay? So it's a really nice way to end these tarot clarifiers, but let's go ahead and move into the Kipper deck and see what else we have here to wrap up this reading. But look, I strongly feel that there may be a bit of a challenge here in February, but ultimately this is moving you into this destiny here. So you have concern. Again, get out of your thoughts here. Gift, lovers, expectation, community, and house. Okay, so look, this person's ruminating. Again, this it's like a yarn ball of thoughts. It's like I see like a string of thoughts just all tangled up right now with concern, Eight of Swords in your mind, Nine of Swords here at the Tower. It could be around your apartment, your house, something like this. It could mean that you need to look at your expectations and get real with yourself and just say, am I expecting too much of this person? Am I expecting too much of this situation? Have I put too many expectations on myself? You may have put too many expectations on yourself here as well. But at the end of the day, there is a nice gift here. There is something that comes in here maybe towards the end of February into March as you trust what you know here and as you work through whatever challenge is happening. And you can't make this up. What has been the theme of this reading? Thoughts. Okay, it's about your thoughts here at this time. So important for you to take a look at this and move into the feeling, Gemini. So thank you so much for being here. Bit of a difficult reading, but sometimes that happens. Again, just realize that you have free will, and this could be a very good situation for you. So really appreciate you. Take care. Have a great day. I will see you in the next reading.